to the table out here, it's an up and down vote. Because we are public employers. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what Freddie says.
That's not true.
I know what I'm talking about. And every time I open my mouth, it's not true. That's why we had an employment lawyer for 5 years. This is a contract that expired. So there is no termination of the contract. It terminated itself. It was for 6 months.
Madam President, Madam President, the vote is about me. I'm asking to address you because these are not accurate facts. My contract is only for salary.
Well, we're in the middle of a vote. We're in the middle of a vote.
You're discussing about me.
We're in the middle of a vote.
Paul, take it easy, Paul.
Can you please
Go ahead.
roll call, please? To terminate.
Not terminate, it's vacate the office of borough manager and to suspend chapter 15 of our ordinance for.
Mrs. Prey did not read accurately. What she's stating is not true.
Go ahead, let's vote. Let's vote.
I am the duly appointed borough manager.
Yes.
With or without a contract. A contract is only for salary purposes.
Yeah, Martha voted yes. I'm voting no for sure. Because I watched all the yes votes Martha did for the last 5 years.
No.
It has a lot to do with it.
I don't understand what's going on here.
What up in the what?
They want to.
It's to terminate me, Massa.
It's what it is to vacate the borough manager's
It's
office.
to terminate me. It is to terminate me. Don't twist it.
No,
Yes, 2 times. Jesse.
No.
So then we have to figure out what we're gonna do with the contract that we don't have.
We're just going to keep things going.
I don't need a contract. An employee doesn't need a contract. No, it isn't. No, and if you read, I was duly appointed as the borough manager. Accept it.
No, I don't have to accept anything. I can bring it up every meeting I come to.
Not for much longer.
You do whatever you can. You do whatever you can to distract this community.
Are you threatening me, Paula? Excuse me, Pat. Are you threatening me, Paula? Are you threatening me, Paula?
I don't
Because
threaten.
you just threatened me.
I don't threaten.
You just threatened me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Don't sit there and lie.
Yes,
All right,
you
that's
did.
enough.
No, I
That's
didn't.
enough.
Yes, you did.
Next on the agenda.
The solicitor does not have a report. Can we have a motion to accept no solicitor's report?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Madam President, I just have one thing to say because I'm tired of being threatened. When you do audits, if there is something wrong done, the auditor then surcharge you, and then it's the auditor's option whether he goes to the DA or not. Now, I am tired of the fact that Paula broke into my email, she locked me out, she took confidential information between lawyer, privileged information. I have emails where both the lawyers in one case and John McBlain told her not to print nothing out, to get out of my email. I have an email from Paula Brown that tells me after she turns my email back over to me, if I change my password, she's going to delete it. But then I find out from the polls just standing there, everybody's reading the email. The email has mostly client confidentiality. Matter of fact, they were going to get a protective order for it. She was told to stay out of it. She was told not to go in it, and she has broken that. So all these threats, I don't care if it was a borough email. We don't pay for email. Email was given to us. You understand what I'm saying? She is an employee. You did not give her permission to do it. When the lawyer came out here, he told her she shouldn't have did it. So all these innuendos, she illegally went in my email, and I want that on the record.
Madam President?
Jack Whalen. I'll complain with the DA.
Let's go ahead, Derek.
Go ahead, Alex.
So just the highlights, just a few items. The William Penn School District Bus Depot. Again, I believe we're still waiting for the amended land development plans that they're submitting.
Yes.
Wait a minute, they were here last week, and they didn't say anything about amended, because they also said that their building was gonna be new. There, four of them, I'm talking to you, Alex, as a council person. Four of them, now, if there's some amended, that was something that's shady that happened after, but,
The reason they're amending it is because they had to move the modular building that was next to the existing building. They're moving it because there's some fire separation criteria. So by moving it, there's a change to the plan.
but then maybe you need to explain that to us, because council wasn't told about the amendment or any of that. So maybe you need to start at the beginning, because Paula's the only one that knows what the amendment's out, and we weren't given that privilege. Because last week they were here, we know that they were giving us a new building.
Right. Well, we had this discussion at the last meeting where basically they have an approved land development plan, but because they're making a modification to the plan, they need to have it amended and approved by council.
What is the modification?
I said the modular building was originally approved to be attached to the existing.
Okay.
Now they have to move it,
Right.
which affects the parking circulation
Okay.
because of fire separation.
Okay,
It's a minor thing. They are reducing by a few parking spaces because of that change. The approved plan never had sufficient car stalls for parking.
well, I don't know if you got the
But-
one that you were supposed to, because they submitted so many, so I really don't know
No,
if you
we
ever got
have,
the
we have the
bill.
latest plan. So,
Okay.
but the way they're working it is that they're gonna have like 2 shifts. 100% of the employees do not drive to the site. A lot of them walk and take the bus. So they don't need technically the full amount of parking spaces for cars because of that. And then the second reason is that because of the 2 shifts, you're gonna have half of the buses going out in the morning, so that when the second shift, people that do drive come in, they would just park.
There's no 2 shifts on it. All the buses come back at the same time.
Well, they're telling, they have on the plan noted that they're gonna have 2 shifts, like at 8 o'clock and 8:30, I think, or 7:30 or 8, but they're saying that they're gonna shift it so that they can make sure there's enough parking. So, I mean, this is what they're saying on the plan, which is fine. So, it's just a matter of them submitting the plan, I'll review it to make sure that that's a minor
Can we have a
modification.
copy of it?
We're waiting for them to submit it.
Yeah.
And then once we get that, then I'll make a recommendation for council to approve it, and it's a minor.
Okay, but we
It's
wanna
their
see
way
the
of-
modification before we approve it. If it's gonna be on the plan, we should see the plan with that modification.
Right.
That's what we did before.
Well, it doesn't have to go through planning, which is.
No, I'm saying council, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
we did before. We
Right, but we
saw the
haven't
plan.
received it yet. But
Okay.
yes, but when we get it, we'll have you look at it.
All right,
And then we'll just recommend to approve the amended plan, and then they'll get it signed. Well, council would sign those plans, and then they can get it recorded.
the president of council would sign those plans.
There's probably a few more signatures by council.
Secretary.
Yeah, there's a couple of signatures.
Yeah, it's the president, and
But
the
it's a
secretary.
very minor item, I mean, they're not doing anything major, so that explains the William Penn School District. The 204 Walnut Street, we made a preliminary demolition application with the county. And we also had another property, I believe at 127 Chestnut Street. The 204 Walnut Street is getting in more of a distressed condition than the 127 Chestnut Street, so.
Can I ask you a question? We applied to the county, but when that house burnt down, the insurance in the state of Pennsylvania, 20% of that came to the borough for an escrow account until something was done. Now, I know it was boarded up and about $2,600 was paid for it to be boarded up. There's $14,000 left here that's not our money because it's an escrow, and I know what you know what I'm talking about. It's a fire law that they have to send 20% to the borough for them to hold an escrow to make sure if they leave the property vacant, then that's the money. That money has to be spent on that property. So where is that money gonna be spent on that property if we're making an application to the county? Where's the money? Because we can't do nothing else with that but for that house. And if it's not for the house, we have to turn it back to the land, to whoever owns it. That's the law.
Let's ignore the fact about this. I don't know, I don't follow the funding part of it.
Right.
All I know is that the funding that's there, what you're saying, let's say it's 14, it's not.
That's not
enough.
true.
No, but regardless, if there was 14,000, let's say, it's not enough to demolish the house.
I understand, but that
So-
should be added into it because there's nothing else we can do with that money. If we do anything else with that money, then we are in trouble because that's not our money. It's told, every fire that has come here
Okay, but
is
this
money
is-
that we hold.
So this financial or legal issue, not even
Right.
engineering. The only thing I'm saying is that we have an application with the county. If we're lucky, the county will, fund the demolition of it. And right now, we're just basically, the county said that they're putting the 204 Walnut Street on the priority list. There's about 7, I think, or 8 on the priority list. So it could still be some time, but at least I'm just letting you know that's on the priority list. When that happens, I'm sure the solicitor can talk about the legal and financial issue about that funding.
Okay.
And then the last item basically is the sewer repair that we need to do at 3rd and Chestnut. Council already approved the doing of this lining of the pipe. Unfortunately, when the contractor went out to pre-inspect it, to check make sure it was ready to do the lining, he found that there was a piece of rock or concrete that got obstructed in one of the pipe joints. So we're currently trying to see if we can get that rock removed so that we can continue with the
And
pipeline.
where was that at?
The one at 3rd and Chestnut, where that plate is.
Okay.
So a slight delay because of the new obstruction that somehow got into the pipe. And that concludes my report.
Can I get a motion to accept the engineer's report?
Make the motion to accept the engineer's report as read.
I made the motion first.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Man, you're the man, Alex.
Mayor, do you have a report?
Oh, I'm good.
Motion to accept, no report from the mayor.
I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
2 for 2, man.
Okay, there's another motion on here that I will not be a part of, so I will not read that motion.
Yeah. That's make that motion.
Paul. You want to make that motion?
Old business. Where we at?
The fire department.
Yeah, fine.
I'm making a motion to suspend the Colwyn Borough Fire Company Station 92 from operating as the officially recognized fire company for Colwyn Borough indefinitely and appoint Darby Fire Companies number 1 and 2 as officially recognized. All fire emergencies will be handled the same as usual from responding fire companies in District 4. Notice of intent to rescind ordinance 535.
Second the motion. I second it. He made the motion, I'm seconding it.
Okay, we can have discussion on this, but can I go first? Okay, fire company number 2, is that a non-existent?
Darby Fire Company number 2?
Yes. Are they an operating fire company?
Yes, they are.
I couldn't know that answer. I
Yes.
know Darby number 1 is top dog in the county. I know that for a fact.
Any more discussion?
Yes, I have a
Yeah,
question.
I do want
I
to
have a
discuss
question.
it. Mhm.
I have a question. The last time that Darby 1 had our emergency fire services temporarily until we were able to bring back our fire company, where is our fire tax dollars going? is they're going to Darby now, because that's what we had to do the last time that there was not a firehouse. The state took down the last firehouse, not us. The state did. Now, nobody is saying anything about the fire tax money, but that is a definite thing. And then when you close this firehouse, it doesn't matter how many firehouses you have in the area, but because you don't have one in Colwyn, your fire tax is going to go up, because that's what.
That's not true.
That's
not true. That's not true. It's not true. Don't lie.
That is what happened the last time.
It's not
If
true.
you looked at your homeowner,
It's not true.
and you got homeowners here.
It's not
Your
true.
fire tax, true.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Prove it. Show me. Prove it.
Okay.
You sit there and you lie to these residents all the time.
Can I,
All the time.
They're
telling you.
can I,
No, I wasn't, but I'm not.
first off, I would like to make a comment.
Lie.
Go ahead, let her finish.
So the one thing that,
land
before
of
we
let's
just
make
throw
pretend.
this
Yes.
motion on the table, where's our fire taxes going?
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact, and there are checks where we paid, and it was in the paper where they were supposed to be suing us. So that fire tax money is going out of Colwyn. Colwyn fire taxes is now going to Darby. And our insurance is going to go up.
That's
because
not true.
Well, Paul, why don't you go talk to our insurance
company?
I have.
Good. The fire, and it's not our insurance company, it's
Darby.
our fire rating will go up, because that's what happened when we didn't have one before. It went down once we reopened our fire company. So, again, where is the fire taxes going? Because that's not in here, and it should be. Because we've been passing too much stuff at this table and not talking about where the money is going.
Yeah, they ain't going in your friends' pockets no more. Okay?
10 months now. Fred.
I know. I do have the floor. My thing on Fire Company 92, I went and I had meetings with them. I was told that they use 32 gallons of gasoline to set practice fires. Now, I barbecue, and if I put 1 ounce of gasoline on my coals, it goes boom. Okay, so I didn't accept the fact that the thousands and thousands of dollars that look like fill-ups to cars, and the administration at Darby Fire Company 92 didn't change one iota. Okay, and they received a lot of money